Woo, Maniac McGee. Hi, I'm doing a report in my language arts class about Maniac McGee, and I'm going to tell you a little about the book. So, Maniac McGee is just a normal boy living with his aunt and uncle, but they fight a lot, so he ran away. Then he goes to this baseball field and meets this one guy who was a really great pitcher, but he really makes him angry, and because he kept getting hits off of him. So then then they chase him out of town, and he meets this one guy. So he takes a bite off his chocolate bar, and the guy gets really angry and snatches this book that he has that this one girl gave to him. So the girl comes over and starts kicking him in the leg and is getting really angry, and she snatches it back. And so then he starts living with that girl. So whenever he's living with them, she has these two siblings named Hester and Lester. So they're really nice to him, and they really stopped doing all their bad stuff whenever he came in. And then this one guy at this block party came up, and he was like, "You don't belong here. Go back to your own kind." Since he was white and that guy was black, and so were a lot of people in that part of the town. And so he was like, "Go back to your own kind." And so then they're just like, "Don't worry about it." And then the next day, they on his wall, it says, "Go home, Ish Belly," since the mom already wiped it away, the F, so it said Fish Belly. And so then he's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna run away from them." And then he meets this one guy named Grayson, and Grayson's a really nice guy, but so he spends Thanksgiving and Christmas with him, but then Grayson dies, and no one shows up to his funeral except for Maniac and the people who are gonna put the ground back in once they put him in. So Maniac runs away from him, and he meets up with these two kids named Piper and Hester. Piper and I forget his name. Sorry, peeps. Sorry. So his name's Piper and Russell. Oh yeah, that was it. Piper and Russell. So then he finds out that he's McNabb's sibling, so he lives with McNabb. And McNabb, if I didn't tell you already, was the guy who he made really angry whenever the good pitcher guy. So yeah, and McNabb is really bad. At his house they have beer, and he starts drinking, and they curse and they smoke, and oh my God, it's horrible. So he's living with them, and it's just it's horrible. And that's just a little bit about the book, Maniac McGee. So, hope you can read it sometime. And I really want to put a special thanks to Jerry Spinelli, the writer of this book. He was a really great guy. He's wrote in lots of books. He's just an awesome writer. Well, I hope you learned a little bit about this book, and I hope you really read it sometime. Bye.
Bye. Bye.